Coming to you from Little Rock, Arkansas, welcome to Sips on the Rock with Legacy Wine and Spirits. Join hosts and store owners Johnny Akins and David Bevins, along with product expert extraordinaire Jake Dell, as we chat about booze, news, and other happenings in the wide world of wine and spirits. Now, let's get to sipping.
Welcome back. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. So, today we are going to bounce all over the map.
It's a grab bag of a day.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot of new products for summer, a lot of updates and news from around the world.
Stuff is stacked so high. I can't see the bottom of our board.
Well, you know, we talk all the time about new products coming in, and literally it's like every week there's new stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, this time of year, people are rushing to get their summer drinks out in the market, and yeah, I mean, we're just inundated with new products.
Inundated
all of the time. Anyway, so let's jump in. Here we just brought up a sampling of some new stuff. This by no means is the full list.
Yeah, I mean, I see reps from our distributors all week, every day, and it feels like, and I mean, it's not a bad thing, but like every time they all got something new. Please, can you buy this? And I mean, we try to carry everything. We also can be a little bit choosy if it's not up to quality standards of Legacy Wine and Spirits.
Yeah, we blew through that Sunny D.
Yeah. We probably would have had those on the table. We sold all of the Sunny D seltzers. So
like overnight,
they
all went. Yeah. And then, of course, they didn't show up on today's truck. So I assume the distributor's out already.
Showing out on the invoice. Yep.
Yeah.
Out of stock.
We'll get that.
For shame. But yeah, we'll be back soon.
Hard Sunny D. Craziness.
Jimmy says it's good. He says it's pretty good.
I don't even know if I saw it.
I mean, it was in and out.
It came in and out so fast.
We got a handful of cases, and they're all gone so fast.
Wow.
So, yeah, Jimmy says they're good. We'll take his word for it. He kind of knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to just...
let's just dive into something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Talk about something.
Well, what are these new wines up there?
Oh. Those new wines are really cool. State of Mind. We have the dry Riesling right here, but cool looking labels. We have been carrying their Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, and now we just recently got in a Riesling and a Cabernet. Fantastic quality stuff. There's a whole backstory involved with them that we don't have time to get into, but they're sourcing from a few different places. This Riesling's from Washington. Is outstanding. Their Chardonnay is one of the best Chardonnays I've had in a while.
I'm excited.
So I'll get you some of that. Yeah,
I do love a good dry Riesling.
State of Mind, and so on the label it reads Somm, which is kind of a cool thing.
Well, play on words.
Yeah,
right on. So a new Lost 40 you're pouring up there.
New Lost 40. It's a lemon radler, and it says it's a second rodeo lemon radler. We've maybe barely touched on radlers before. Perfect springtime into summertime beer. They're purposely made low alcohol because it is a light beer blended with fruit juice. So it's big in Germany. Is where it was created as a style. Probably so the kids could have something to drink back in the day. Wouldn't get them drunk, but also so you can drink a bunch of these throughout a hot summer day and not get wasted. This one's 3.2%.
Frolicking in the sun or working in the yard.
That's good.
It's lemony.
Yeah. 85 calorie.
It is.
Yeah.
Kind of like
refreshing.
A little,
hit me right here in the back.
It's got some good acidity. Yeah, it's not super sweet. It's good.
Lemonade-ish. I like, I'm not a big fan of super sweet to begin with. So, yeah.
It's nice
I
and
dig
tart.
Yep. Good job once again, Lost 40 on your rattler.
As usual.
I know, right?
There was also the
2 pitchers, isn't that what it is?
Two Pitchers Brewing. Yeah. They have new rattlers out, new to the market here in Arkansas. brought the variety pack, but there's also the individual 6-packs. Leah and folks downstairs were here when they were sampling them. Said that they're really, really nice. I didn't get to try them. Did you try them?
No, I haven't yet. Basically, it looks like that's all they do, or at least that's most of what they do, is just different kinds of rattlers. She said her favorite was the wild berry one.
So I think typically the most popular rattler here, historically at Legacy, has been the Stiegel grapefruit.
An Austrian, with grapefruit juice. Awesome stuff. Comes in cans and bottles. Yeah, patio porch pounder as it goes, and perfect pool time.
Get in the sun and get you some.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, that's cool. Little bit. Everyone likes coffee, right?
I was actually just seeing this. I'm glad y'all brought it over.
These
I haven't got to try
hard
these
lattes. Different flavors there in that
and variety pack.
Yeah, that particular package is going home with me.
Variety packs are always the rage around here when we talk about our extensive RTD section and into beer. You don't really see variety packs and wine or anything, but to let you take 4 different kinds, some if you don't know what you're getting into, you never had a hard coffee before. They have vanilla, mocha, maple pecan, and salted caramel or caramel, depending on where you're from.
Carl.
These are the people who did the PBR hard coffee. Same company made them for PBR.
Are these malt based or spirit?
It is malt beverage, with 100% Arabica coffee. That's
right.
Say, yeah. I'm actually not a coffee guy. I enjoy coffee, the taste of coffee, but I don't do caffeine. I just don't really. I don't have a need for it. And
so you're one of those decaf people.
No, because at that, what's the point?
Exactly.
There, So, but I don't drink sodas and I don't drink anything with caffeine. And I've made it this far in life. And it's like, why add another thing? Vice to my life. I have enough of those.
Most folks around here at Legacy are big coffee fans. I mean, like the espresso machine and the coffee maker are like they're always
constantly
going.
Constant movement.
I mean, we have the pot warmers here on our conference table.
Right.
On the other side of the screen you're looking at, there is a coffee warmer. So when we sit around the table, we can drink coffee.
I'll shout out Brandon Rimlinger. He used to always be the first one in, and he's like, "Where's the coffee?
Yeah, where's my coffee?
Where's the coffee?" And on days when y'all weren't here, he'd be like, "What the hell, man? Sorry, go in there and get it yourself."
Because Jake's not going to brew anything.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm not here to please you.
Right.
We're here to work.
All right. So what's the other one that we see in the front here?
Well, Truly has come out with their vodka based. Same with the Claw. White Claw has been, it's kind of at the forefront of the seltzer craze.
Mm-hmm.
And
both of those brands, really.
White Claw has kind of been seeing a slump in seltzer sales. So, I imagine this vodka base is them trying to
catch up to High Noon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because High Noon came in and kind of started dominating.
Stole the market.
Yeah.
It really did.
So, they've got the vodka White Claw, the vodka Truly.
Because they've had, the Truly and White Claws initially were malt based, and so you could see them in grocery stores around here. But now these vodka ones obviously can only be sold in liquor stores. So
still not high though, 5% and 4.5% on Truly and White Claw respectively. These are great. We're coming up into the warmer weather. Fill your cooler up. These ready-made cocktails and go about your day in the sun.
The Truly is the pull pack that they just released. We got a
that's High Noon.
That's
Oh, is it High Noon?
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Close. I mean, it's an easy mistake.
We got a buttload of High Noon pool packs.
High Noon pool packs. Speaking of the market takers.
Come get them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I heard that there were 2 new flavors in that, but I can't remember.
I think you're right, and I haven't bought one either. I know it's not the exact same as last year, so.
No.
But the thing with the High Noons, they're like always a singular flavor. So it's like grapefruit, black cherry. And I see that these, you have cherry lime, peach, and tangerine. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Blackberry, lemon, pineapple, cranberry.
Yeah.
So some a little different because so many of these things, these RTDs, they're one note flavor. You know what you're getting. There's not really much experimentation or variety inside one single can.
Right. Like on the claw, you got peach, pineapple, wild cherry, and watermelon.
Yeah. And, it's a spectrum. The Scarlet Letters, they came out, and those were based around cocktails. And, you'd have 4 or 5 ingredients and all those. So, like we say a lot, there's something out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have brought up one of those 10% Scarlet Letters.
Mhm.
A friend in town a couple weekends ago from Northwest Arkansas brought down some of the 10% Scarlet Letters.
We
And
should
I didn't even know that we had them here.
We should do a seltzer once it gets really into the dog days of summer. We should do a blind seltzer tasting episode.
Oh, that could be fun.
Where we don't know what's in there, and we find out on the show which one we
I
like.
love
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'll make a show note.
Yeah.
So these other two liquors up here.
Leakers.
What'd you pull?
I really can't even see the other side.
One was the 14.
Oh,
year.
right. We got a couple of whiskeys that are new. Over on David's side, a 14-year-old bourbon from Fox Trail Distillery here in Arkansas.
Nice.
Right around $100 for a 14-year-old whiskey is pretty good value. Thanks for your buck.
It's a bottled and bond.
Cool bottle too.
Yeah, good looking bottle.
102% or 102 proof. I was mathing in my head.
Yeah, I tried it when we right before we got it in. It's really good. It's tons and tons of oak character, which is what you get the longer whiskey stays in the barrel. But it has the heat to stand up and balance it out, and so it's got a good zing to it on the back end, and lots of good oaky, leathery, tobacco-y notes, spice, all that stuff. It's good.
Yeah, I have to give it a try. And that's a Scotch over there by you.
Over here, the Deacon, Scotch whiskey, comes from a family of I guess parent company that does McQueen and the Violet Fog gin and the Bumbu rum, and so you always have really good packaging with their stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool textured copper bottle, but was way surprised with how it over delivered. I didn't expect a lot when I tried it, and it is very good for the price. It's a blend of Speyside and Islay. Islay is the region of Scotland, Scotch whiskey, where you get all the smoke, all the really good smoke, campfire, and that's what I love. So it's not for everybody, but it's also not just one note like that. It's not just a smoke bomb. It's got that good honey backbone, little salinity, really good stuff. 80 proof, and nice and cheap. It's affordable. So
Nice.
check out the Deacon.
It is a cool little packaging. It's got the plague doctor on the
Right,
front.
the old Birdman looking thing. Bring out your dead.
Right.
Well, when you come in to look for it,
Make you a potion.
just know that our Scotch has been moved.
Right. We're still keeping you on your toes.
That's right. We'll just keep moving things around. We moved tequila up closer to the door, and Scotch and Irish and Canadians are just past it. So when you're doing the loop with your whiskey, you just barely turn the corner, and then there's the rest of the international whiskeys.
So speaking of tequila, come see our new shelf set. We had to expand it because tequilas are so hot.
Yeah.
And we talked extensively about agave spirits. Was that
Last week?
week before? Last week? Something. Anyway, recently.
I'm pretty sure it was last week.
And just today, I was reading another article about tequilas and the additives. So tequila is a little bit more loose, or Mexico is a little bit more loose on their restrictions as to what you can put into your distillate.
It has to be small amounts, but yeah, it's
You can add flavoring,
right.
and
right.
It's
and you don't have to say it on the bottle.
No, it's you can add oak
Vanilla,
flavoring, vanilla
extract. Pretty
you can add
much.
sweeteners,
Yeah.
From natural agave sweeteners to aspartame,
Artificial.
just craziness. And so this article I was reading, it was talking about an app you can use, Tequila Matchmaker.
Yeah.
So you can search it. It came right up when I searched.
It's
but
cool. It has a lot of info. I know we've read the back of some of the bottles before, where it tells you what plot, and the like coordinates of where the agave plants that's in the bottle came from, and the name of this distiller and
the water source.
All
and kinds of info.
So Tequila Matchmaker has all of that, plus stuff like additives and.
Well, and what I found really cool was it's got a list of certified no additive tequilas.
Yeah. And
I was looking through it. It's an extensive list, and we've got quite a few of them here in the store. So,
I mean, that's another thing where it's, that customers out there for every different kind of thing. Some people like a little sweetness and some desserty kind of flavors in there with their reposado, and some people like a true clean expression where it's like, all I want is that, spirit in there, nothing else. And so you can figure it out and find out what you like and try some more.
Yeah. Also on the app, you can give your own ratings.
It's like Untapped for tequila, kind of.
Similar, but I don't think it was quite as
social media.
Quite the interface that Untapped is.
Untapped is slick, boy. Been around for a while. If you're a beer drinker out there, Untapped, there's no E. It's UNTAPPD. It's worth it. It's free.
Tequila Matchmaker. We'll be sure and put that link in the show notes.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I'm downloading it now.
I got to be sure and tell Jimmy, because I know his favorite was on that list.
Yeah.
I forget. I saw it. Tapatio.
Oh, Tapatio.
Tapatio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the
He does love him some Tapatio.
Yeah, he does. So, where are we? J-Lo got slammed for coming out with a line of alcohols because she's sober. It's like they're just calling her money grabbing and this, that, and the other.
She's a celebrity.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you do when you're a celebrity. You buy an alcohol.
Right, exactly. Everybody does it.
You got a lot of money. You want to turn some of that money into more money?
Yeah.
Right.
Sell alcohol. Or makeup or
don't hate the
clothing lines.
That's right. Yeah.
Poor J-Lo.
I know.
Little
Bless
Jenny from the block. But it didn't specify what brand or what style or anything.
Has she released?
I was about to say maybe it hadn't launched yet.
Has it launched?
Maybe it won't. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it will.
Don't be fooled by the rocks that she got.
Great. That was great. Any other one-liners?
Yeah.
I did some extensive research coming up with some topics to talk about, and I found, we talked about it a little bit before, I found out more info on chartreuse. So they're not stopping production, but it's made by the little monks in northern France. And they're obviously more concerned about their monk life than driving around in a Bentley or something. So they're
monk life.
They're
hashtag monk life.
Anyway, their driving force is religion, not alcohol. So they're going to limit worldwide production to 1.2 million bottles. And I would it didn't give a breakdown, but I would be assuming America gets a lot of those. France probably being number one. But, we don't know what we're going to see going forward as far as chartreuse.
You take a piece of the pie, and it's like, half of it's probably Europe, and then America, and then
Arkansas.
The tiniest
little sliver of the piece.
Well, in this article,
we'll probably get more than Alaska and Hawaii will, but other than that.
Well, in this article I was reading, this guy, this guy in Nashville said that he hadn't been able to get more than a couple cases in the last few months. It's like,
What? Yeah, wow.
I don't think we've ever gotten more than a couple of cases.
Yeah.
Maybe in 2016.
Well, that stuff, that's very niche, and we would never order more than a bottle or two at a time. I mean, I'm sure a few years ago we could have gotten a case if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's never been something that people are beating down the doors for. Like,
Well, I
where's
mean,
your chartreuse section? I had a chartreuse cocktail at this bar.
It is so, like you said, niche. It's the monk in the article was saying, the best way to enjoy it is neat, which I don't think anyone in America drinks it neat. I don't know. I could be wrong. But,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
but anyway, yeah. 130 herbs and spices and flowers go into it. And of course, it's, a well-guarded secret as to the actual recipe.
Well, yeah, because in the story that like 2 or 3 different monks have a third of the recipe and nobody has all the recipe at once. I think that's
I don't know. But
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be true. I heard it.
If Jake said it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna see people coming out with their own, I don't want to say knockoff, but the closest replica that they can.
Yeah.
But of course, it's not going to be the chartreuse.
Take a basket out into the woods and just start grabbing stuff. And
Right. Someone we were talking with not too long ago said that they were going to try to come out with the chartreuse. Do you remember who that was?
it was Andy, wasn't it?
Was
From
it?
Wonderful? Because that's we got talking on an episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
I recall that too.
I think so. Same old Moses, Wonderful.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Apologies if it was somebody else.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he actually, I just
That
saw
actually remember
yesterday
Yeah.
was his birthday.
Oh,
Happy birthday, Andy.
Happy birthday, belated. And that was a good tasting, and then we saw him right after that at the
Beer Fest.
Festival of Darkness.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What a time.
Good times. So something that we don't experience a lot here in the States, but we here in this industry, we hear about it quite a bit in other parts of the world, is illicit alcohol. We think what you want to of the 3-tier system in the United States, but it works. It keeps counterfeit booze from poisoning and killing people,
right.
Yeah.
and just flat out defrauding people. It's a major problem throughout the world. We just don't know about it much here because we have the 3-tier system. But anyway, 26% of alcohol consumed worldwide is illicit. That's a huge number. I mean, that's like 1 of 4 bottles. It's going to be.
I imagine
That's
a lot
crazy.
of that's got to be in third world kind of countries where there's just no
I mean,
governing body, nobody cares. Everybody's just making it in their bathtub.
when you hear about deaths, it's generally like Mexico, India. That's the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. that
Oh,
I've
okay.
read.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's with that darn internet makes it easier for people to sell fake product.
Right. I know. Yeah. Counterfeit fake Macallan bottles was a huge thing in the Asian market for a while. And they have these like holographic stickers on their bottles now where if its seal is broken, and people buying Pappy bottles or drinking their Pappy and refilling it and trying to fake the seal. And so you can go make $4,000,
And that's the gamble you take, and that's the whole point of the 3-tier system. And the 3-tier system, for those of you who don't know what it is supplier, distributor, retailer. And that makes sure that it goes through all the proper channels.
You can do a little Schoolhouse Rock cartoon about the
We should. So make sure that by the time you get it from the retailer, that you know that it came directly from the supplier,
Right.
and that it was not changed hands illegally at some point in time. But yeah, when you buy stuff online you're just taking a gamble.
And boy,
And people have paid a lot of money for those bottles of Pappy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that secondary black market online
That's
is
really bad.
alive and well.
Oh
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
I mean, if you're buying anything online, any alcohol online, I mean, you're running a risk. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say more often than not, you're not going to get what you think you're getting.
Right.
Who would ever do that?
I don't
No, can't imagine.
breaking the law.
Mhm.
So, news out of France. They released the 2022 figures.
Champagne
figures. Yeah,
Okay.
they distributed 300.7 million bottles to the U.S. last year. It's down from 21 marginally, but 2020, 2021, everyone was just on such a bender.
Yeah.
We still drink more champagne than anyone, outside of France. But highest consumption on sparkling rosé is the U.S.
Huh.
So anyway, 720,198 bottles of champagne. I mean, I guess you can be that exact. I don't know.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's a lot of bubbles. Which, I'm a huge fan of bubbles.
I'd like to see a comparison from 19 to 20 to 21, 22 as far as production and sales of the U.S.
Yeah, do you have any graphs
Yeah,
you'd
I'd
like to share with the class?
please.
I did not prepare a
slides.
slideshow.
Yeah.
Put up on the board
Put
here.
a Johnny slide behind us.
But they're anticipating for 2023 that bubbles are going to outsell beer.
Wow.
By liters, by dollars.
Anticipated to surpass beer as the most popular alcoholic beverage in the U.S.
Sparkling wine.
Yeah.
Sparkling wine.
Yeah.
Over beer.
Yeah, what's the metric here?
That is a bold kind of.
I didn't come up with this.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we need some more context to this statistic here.
So, American consumption of sparkling wine increased by 30% between 19 and 22.
Consumption has to mean just volume of liquid, I'd imagine.
I don't know. It didn't give,
because I mean,
in depth details as to how they came up with that sentence, but
we'll have to do some more research on that.
I will tell you in 2024.
All right.
Whether that holds true or not, I don't know. Sparkling wine trends for 23: growth in premium, rise of organic and biodynamic, continued growth of rosé, and increased in low and no alcohol. So that's like another big trend,
Yeah,
that's another big trend. We get a lot of requests for non-alcoholic stuff these days.
Yeah. Organic continues to be huge, and just as an aside, like so many wines in Europe are naturally organic because they've been making wine that way for hundreds of years. Meanwhile, in the U.S., if we find a way to not only do it quicker and cheaper, but if the big mega corporations can make more money off of it, they do that here, and we don't have systems in place. I don't want to just say necessarily it's like the politicians, but like we don't have the people in power who care enough to protect that sort of thing from happening. Again, I mean, I'm not going to say it, but it's like because those people get money from those companies.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, and that's what we do best here.
Right.
Bigger, better, faster, cheaper.
Capitalism. So you oftentimes won't even see that on. This is another just pitch for me to for people out there to drink more French wine and European wine. Even if you don't see it on there, it's like 95% of the time wines from France and Italy. Again, if they're at the village level, the chateau level, for sure. But as long as it's not some mega mass produced where they're sourced from some super farm which is very rare, it's going to be naturally organic and like handmade, in a lot of cases too, whereas that's just not how we do things here in America.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry to get on that.
Yeah, it's true.
A rule of thumb, a guideline, if you will. If you can find it at a big box.
Yeah.
It's mass produced.
But also, I guess I was jumping off that point because it's there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through here in America to get that little stamp on your bottle that says certified organic. And again, it costs money. And so there are even some wineries who are doing it that way. I don't want to paint with the broadest of brushes of all American wine is, corporate farming type of BS, but wineries might not care to spend extra money and deal with TTB and label. I don't know what all bureaucracy goes into that. But I've heard winery reps specifically say, "Oh yeah, ours is organic, naturally harvested, all this sort of thing." It just doesn't say it on the label because we don't care to go through that. Which we talked about that with that tequila brand the other day of like, let's just circumvent this system, and we're going to do it this way, even if the government won't let me tell you that,
right?
Or whatever.
Well, Backwoods Fest is coming up. For those of you who don't know about this is Mulberry Mountain. It's a big, huge music festival. People go out and set up tents and campers, and there's stages everywhere, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're actually going.
I heard
one of those wild times out on the mountain.
No
all
rules.
Night. No rules.
Yeah,
no
rules.
As we're sitting in our camping chairs, roasting s'mores or whatever.
It'll be a lot of fun. Last time we went several years back, it was just rain, and like the mud was like shin deep, and like
you were literally just like mucking through mud the entire thing.
That's what you sign up for a lot of the times when you go to a music festival like that. Memphis in mud.
Right.
They call Memphis in May, Memphis in mud.
Yeah.
Lord, I know Bonnaroo is like that. It's just, they're usually in the time of year when you get some rain and it's out in the dirt. So that turns into mud. And like, what are you going to do? Just deal with it.
Right.
I haven't checked the weather yet.
Wear some shoes that don't get sucked off. And
take your muck boots.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Don't be walking around in flip-flops because the earth will take them from you.
I think there's still some hippies stuck up there in that.
Oh, yeah. They're still in the mud.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a good 4-day festival of just nonstop music, I'm sure that you can go online and still buy tickets.
Because I think once you're in, you're in. I don't know.
It depends on, if you go in with a camper, you're there.
Yeah.
It's like from the time they let campers in,
Yeah.
you're not moving because there's thousands of tents and people around you. You're kind of stuck there. So
remember, there were like all these broken tents towards the end of the festival.
People just said the hell with it.
And like
they left it. Yeah.
They took all the poles and spikes and stakes and like made this huge like sculpture.
That's funny.
Out of all the broken tents.
Made a Burning Man.
Right.
Yeah, pretty
much. Crazy festival. Yeah, we're looking forward to that though.
Right.
Still have Beer Clean Glass Day coming up on the 22nd. Y'all get your glasses clean.
Get your glasses clean, y'all.
It's so funny that that's a day.
Everything's a day.
There's a day for everything.
Right. Real quick, what have we not talked about? So you see Coke written on the board over there?
Yeah.
Did we talk about this last week? I don't think we did because I would have erased it. Turns out Coca-Cola still has a license to deal cocaine.
Yeah. No, yeah. Did we? I remember you telling me about this.
They import
it's
like something like $1 billion a year that they sell. They're importing cocoa leaves from Colombia still, processing out the cocaine and selling it to pharmaceutical companies, and then using the leftover for the ingredient in Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola company has the sole legal cocaine permit in America.
Wow. And I'm sure that they've done a lot to protect that single permit.
I'm sure.
All right, folks, we are out of time.
He's telling me to shut up.
Yep.
Another fun show, guys.
Yep. It was
good
fun.
times.
All right. Keep on sipping, folks.
Bye.
Remember to subscribe to our podcast, Sips on the Rock, and like us on all the socials to keep up with what's new in the wide world of alcohol. Shop LegacyLR.com for curbside pickup or local delivery. Remember, for better service and better selection, shop local. Please enjoy responsibly. Cheers.